We're about to start. Well, a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Burwood Burwood auction here in the beating heart of Burwood. By way of introduction, my name is G Chen. I'll be auctioneer today. Joining me, we got a team of Burwood Burwood here to assist you every step of the way, especially your selling agent Hans and Neil. If you've got any questions, please feel free to ask one of our agents here today. Well, folks, the property we're selling today is formally known as a Speculative Title Reference Volume 8049, Folio 826, with all the improvements also no better to you and myself and the mailman as 23 Inverness Avenue here in the beating heart of Burwood. Today's auction, folks, will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that are made available for inspection before the start of the auction. The auction rules prohibits false bids, prohibits major disruptions by bidders, prohibits bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding, and it does provide a fine for such a conduct. The auction rules permit vendor bids. The words I will use to indicate that I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor are simply vendor bid, and by law, only I as the auctioneer can place a vendor bid. The vendors have a reserve price. As the auctioneer, I will indicate bidders upon request. And most importantly, folks, the auction rules prohibits an auctioneer from accepting the bid or an offer after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder, which I have to stress that, ladies and gentlemen, once the property goes selling, sold, the property will be deemed as sold, and I will take absolutely no late bids. So please be advised, ladies and gentlemen, bid strong, bid confidently, bid aggressively, and most importantly, folks, bid to the absolute upper echelon of your capacity to give yourself every opportunity to secure your dream real estate for many decades to come. Today we're signing cash on a conditional contract, which will be no cooling off period and no bias conditions. And the successful purchaser's obligations are simply twofold. Firstly, you pay a humble 10% deposit, and secondly, you pay the remaining balance in the settlement period, of which is, Hans, you can type in the settlement terms in the dialog box here. 30, 60 or 90 days. Thank you very much, Hans. We're giving you plenty of opportunity to organize a transaction just so that you can be with full confidence here today. By being here today, buyers, you didn't have read and understood all the relevant documentations, terms and conditions, and I'll simply take your silence as an all clear. We're all good to go. If you've got any questions, please feel free to type in into the income messages or simply call Hans or Neil as one of our selling agents. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the team of Burwood Burwood, we'd like to thank our vendors for going onto the market with us and select Burwood Burwood as a selling agent, and also all the trust and the support they've had for us in the past many weeks' time. And let's take a look at this fine piece of real estate, most valuable possessions that our vendors have. 23 Inverness Avenue in the heart of Burwood. Here are some of the very simple facts. When you talk about location, when you talk about amenities, when you talk about lifestyle, when you talk about all the convenience and the potential and the capital growth, ladies and gentlemen, yes, all your boxes are ticked here. Here are some of the very simple facts. Generous 591 square meters of land, rectangular block in a general residential zone, Schedule 1. 6 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, renovated house suited for all the needs. You got the main house in the front and a bungalow at the back, 2 updated kitchens, renovated bathrooms, split system, hardwood timber floor, solar panel. It's easy to live in, it's easy to renovate, it's easy to rent out, or even to develop in the future, subject to the council approval, of course. It's a blank canvas here. You can unleash your imagination. When was the last time you see such a premium block of land coming into the marketplace in Burwood? I don't know when, and I don't know how long you will come across with such a magnificent piece of real estate in the marketplace in the future. And the location here, don't even get me started, bias, is absolute second to none. You can walk to Deakin Uni, you can walk to Mount Scopus Memorial College, Roberts McCubbin Primary, which is highly sought after by all the locals and people from all over the town here. Gardeners Reserve, if you want to take a little walk, if you go for a little bike ride. Local shops and restaurants just around the corner on Burwood Highway here, and the new proposed Burwood station on Burwood Highway within 1 or 2 kilometers away. Boxall Central, Burwood Brickworks, Burwood Heights, just around the corner here. And if you don't care for a little drive, Doncaster Westfield, Cheston, Eastland, Main Line, major freeway access, all the services, amenities, everything, facilities is all at your doorstep here, and that's what makes our area the true blue chip area of the southeastern corridor here, buyers. And I hear buyers telling me how hard it is to find the right investment property, the right home, the right development site. Buyers, the market is very strong. The interest rate is historically low. The clearance rate is back at 80%, 90% or even more. It's only going to be a matter of time before you're faced with even more competition with the potential of the negative interest rate being introduced into the marketplace here. Michelle, do you have a question? If you have any questions, please make sure that you call in our office on 98080988 or Hans or Neil or one of our selling agents. If you do want to place a bid, type in the bid on the lower right hand side corner in the in-call messages. But today, buyers, I've said enough. Yes, a much anticipated auction here in the heart of Burwood, 23 Inverness Avenue. I am in your hands. I call for an opening bid. Open an offer to get our auction underway here. Who would like to start? Just type in your bids wherever you see fit. I don't mind when we start at all, buyers. Just name your price here. I am in your hands now. Open a bid or offer. Where do we say? Where do we go? Type in your bids wherever you see fit. There's been a number of Section 32, a number of expression of interest made throughout the course of the campaign. We have multiple parties seeing the property. There are genuine interests out there. You're not just here to see us, but if you are, thank you very much. No, you're here to purchase a property. Just letting you know, buyers, I can be here all day. This is my only auction of the day. We can just simply take 2 hours or 3 hours, if you like, to get across the line. The longest auction I had was 2 weeks ago. That was the last lockdown. We sold a property in Keysborough, $1 million. Thank you for bidding wrong. Welcome to the auction here at $1 million I have here. At $1 million with wrong here in your favor now. At $1 million, let's go for $25,000 on the rise. At $1 million with wrong here. At $1 million now, let's go for $25,000. 25 will be our next call here. At $1 million now. At $1 million with wrong here in your favor. What do you say? 25 on the top. I've sold a unit in Blackburn South for $1,005,000. This is an absolute no-brainer price here. I know what you're thinking about. You're waiting for the right moment. You're waiting for the other buyers to place a bid, and then you will follow up. But guess what? This is social proof here. We've got 28 groups of people in our in the conference call here, in the online auction here. This is social proof here. Many times when you go out for real estate, you ask for advice. People will say, "Hey, why don't you take a look at Burwood, Sunny, at $1,025,000." Thank you for bidding. Welcome to the auction here, Sunny. At $1,025,000 now. At $1,025,000 against you, wrong. What do you say? At $1,025,000. Let's move me another $25,000 on the rise. How about that? At $1,025,000 with Sunny here. At $1,025,000. At $1,025,000. Another 25 will put you back into the front. What do you say? At $1,025,000 now. Here it goes, going once now. At $1,025,000 with Sunny, wrong. What do you say? Jump back twice now. At $1,025,000, third and final call, all done. At $1,050,000. At $1,050,000. Would you like to type in the full number? At $1,050,000. At $1,050,000 now. At $1,050,000. At $1,050,000 against you, Sunny. What do you say? At $1,050,000 here. At $1,050,000. At $1,050,000 I have here, with wrong here, in your favor. You got the keys, Sunny, you got the brochure. What do you say? At $1,050,000. At $1,050,000. At $1,050,000 now. Sunny, 75. Let's jump in with 75,000. What do you say? At $1,050,000, 1.1. Michelle, welcome. At $1,100,000, we're talking business. At $1.1 million. At $1.1 million with Michelle, here's 3 players in the arena here. At $1,100,000. At $1,100,000, still moving in $25,000. What do you say? At $1,100,000, Sunny, Ron, jump back straight in. No branded price here. At $1.1 million now. At $1,100,000 in Michelle's favor here. At $1,100,000 now. At $1,100,000. At $1,100,000, still in 25, still in 25. 25 will put you back into the front. At $1.1 million now. At $1.1 million. I call for 3 times if there's no further bidder offer. At $1.1 million going once now. At $1.1 million. Twice now. At $1,100,000. Third and final call, $1,125,000. 1.125. At 1.125. At 1.125, slowly but surely. At $1,125,000. Michelle, Ron. Quick rebuttals is always a good one. It has been tested. It works really well. At $1,125,000, Sunny. $1,125,000. Michelle, Ron, jump back straight in. 1.125. Let's go for 1.15. 25 to jump back. At 1.125. 1.125. At $1,125,000. Michelle, jump back straight in. Sunny, in your favor here. At 1.125. Going once now. At $1,125,000. Twice now. At 1,150,000. Sunil, welcome 4 players in the arena here. At 1.15. At 1.15 is here. At 1.15 with Sunil. At 1.15, Sunny, Michelle, Ron. Haven't forgotten about you guys. What do you say? You've been silent for a while now. At 1.125, 1.150, Sunil, waiting for the right opportunity, pouncing out at $1,150,000. At 1.150. At 1.150 with Sunil here. At 1.150, Sunny, what do you say? At 1.150, not excluding anyone here in the crowd. Sunny, 1.175. 1.175 with Sunny. Welcome back, Sunny, by the way. At 1.175, good to see you. At 1.175. At 1.175. At 1.175 now. At 1.175, Sunny, 1.2. Let's run up to 1.2 and see what happens. At 1.175 now. At 1.175, going once now. At $1.175,000. Twice now. At $1.175,000. Third and final call, all done, all finished, and all silent at $1,175,000. Sunil, Michelle, Ron, 1.18. I won't take your 5 just at the moment yet, sir. Let's go for 10. Let's go for 10. I can shorten the increment to $10,000 for you, if that makes it easier, but not $5,000. Sunil, I won't take a 1.18. Let's go for 1.2 with jackets. 1.2. Now we're talking business. At $1,200,000. Another 25 on top. Sunny, what do you say? Here's your competition. At $1.2 million. At 1.2 in jackets. Good to see you. Hope you stick to the very end. At $1.2 million now. At $1,200,000. Sunil, Sunny, Michelle, Ron against you 4. At $1.2 million. 5 players in the arena here pointing at the auction now. At $1,200,000. At 1.2 with jackets here. At $1.2 million. Going once at 1.2. Twice now at 1,200,000. 1.21. We're down in what, 10,000s? Let's go for 10. Wrong here. Good to see you. Welcome back. I've missed you so much. Where have you been? At 1.21. At $1,210,000 now. At 1.21 jackets. What do you say? Another 10 to rise over the top here. At 1.21. At $1,210,000. At 1.21. The key's going to wrong here. At $1,210,000 jackets. Sunil, Sunny. At 1.23. Good bit here. $1,230,000. At 1.23 now. At 1.23 with jackets here. At 1.23. At 1.23. Ron. 1.25. How about that? I'll extend the same courtesy over to you. Or let's make it easier for you. Jeffrey. Did you 1.23 with jackets? 1.23 with jackets. Jeffrey, I saw that you raised your hands. If you want to place a bid, type in your bid on the lower right hand side corner, which is called the in-call messages. But now we're in Jackie's favor now. At 1.23. At 1.23. Jeffrey, is that a bid? 1.23. At $1,230,000. At 1.24. At $1,240,000. At 1.24 with wrong here. At 1.24 with wrong. At 1.24. At 1.24. Jackie's 1.25. How about that? Or let's increase the gap between you and the second bidder. And let's go for 1.26. At 1.24 now. At $1,240,000. At $1,260,000. Thank you and welcome back, Jackers. At 1.26. At $1,260,000. At 1.26 now. At 1.26. At 1.26. Jackers, wrong. Let's go for another 10 if you like. At 1.26. Haven't forgotten about Sunil, Sunny, or Michelle. Anybody here in the crowd? We're not on the market at the moment, but I will let you know, Ron, the moment we are at 1.26, at 1.26 million, at $1,260,000, at $1,260,000, at 1.26, at 1.26. Still with Jackers here. Ron, can I tempt you in with $10,000? Each bid will get us closer at 1.26. At 1.26, DK, we're not quite on the market yet, but I will let you know the moment we are. At 1.26, each bid will get us closer. Oh, we're on the market. We're playing for keeps. The property will